two-sided choppy start to the week for cattle, but I'll tell you what, hogs are starting to truck. So what do you got?
Flat trade yesterday. There was a little bit of concern just with beef prices slipping yesterday. Choice was down almost $2, select down 383. So we're past peak seasonal demand time, and there's just a lot of fear, I think, overall. So it's been a couple of days. We haven't made a new contract high in October live cattle. So something's got to be wrong, right? Or at least something's changing. We did see a little bit of weakness on the weekly averages for cash. Live steer prices were down 65 cents. Dressed was down 52. So I think we've got a situation where we're in this vulnerable seasonal time frame. Plus, anybody that's looking to buy feeders right now is taking a pretty large leap of faith right now that everything's going to stay pretty good for the next year. Even though I think you baked a lot of that sentiment in the market, borders still closed. Cattle just aren't there. How much is factored in right now? Should we be much higher? All these questions circulating right now, and I think it's kind of culminating to a little bit more fear and concern just longer term for the market in general. So we'll see how it shapes up this week. Right now, we haven't had any cash market indications at this point, but like I said, just something feels a little bit different. Maybe it's a shortened week, maybe it's coming past grilling season, but these are usually the time frames, September, October, when we do see a little bit of change in ownership here. So everybody's going to be paying pretty close attention to the open interest. Open interest was back up another 2,000 contracts on the live side, but it was starting to fade. We have seen a little bit of liquidation out of the feeder market from the specs, so that was down a little bit here too. On the hog side, another massive high, new contract highs in the back end of the market. And it just kind of feels like the supply situation is still relatively tight from what it looks like. And we're starting to see the momentum trade just really pick up. We just haven't seen any real liquidation or anything along those lines. At this point, cash markets have stayed really firm. We got cash at 106. It was up a $1.50 yesterday. And carcass was down just slightly. So I think generally speaking, we typically see that shift where carcass and cash start to gravitate lower, but you've already baked a lot of that in on the board here, and we played quite a bit of catch up. So that difference between cash and where futures are right now, I think, is the big question mark. And I think we've corrected at this point. So I think producers are going to be a little bit more apt to start looking to get some hedges on here.